Hey everyone, it's time for some more Monster Hunter, and today we're going to be doing a couple of relaxed, easy quests. We'll be revisiting the Basarios, because for some reason there's another Basarios fight in the 3-star quest, and then we'll probably just end it off by killing an Iodrum. Something quick, something easy, just kind of start the week on a slow note. Since it is Monday, and Mondays usually are pretty slow. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get right into it. Check out my Patreon, link in the description below to become one of the mad lads, or ladies. Also, subscribe, please. Now, in terms of new monsters, there isn't really too many more I get to see. I know I've already fought the Kirin, and I think the only ones I really haven't seen are Lao Shan Long and Fatalis. So I think mostly for the rest of the game, it's going to be catching up on these other quests, and, before getting a high rank, and just making sure we do all the ones we haven't done before, and especially ones we haven't accidentally done on stream. Because I do want to get all these quests in my videos. Such as Wyvern in the Darkness. I don't remember which one of these Kezi quests I did, but I think I already did at least one of them. But I'll probably just do an episode where I do both of them. But for now, let's go ahead and slay Basarios. It should be pretty easy. He's just a baby. So, yeah, when it comes to Basarios, he's not too difficult. It's mostly just a running back and forth you gotta deal with. I'm still going to get hot drinks because I'm going to have to fight the Iodrum as well eventually. So I'll just go ahead and get those out the way. And I suppose while I'm at it, well, I was going to say I suppose I can try to get some rust stones, but it's better to just leave those until high rank for now. I decided I'll give up on them for now, but once high rank comes around, yeah, I'll go ahead and grab a rust stone. But I did actually forget about something. I think I might be at least close to where I can upgrade this sword. Because I managed to get a couple of Rathalos wings. Holy crap, let's, wow, that's a flashbang. Anyway, yeah, I managed to get a couple of Rathalos wings, so, I should be able to upgrade this sword to its final level. I don't know if it's like Monster Hunter where they just hide the high rank upgrades from you, or if they're like separate. But my guess is they're probably just separate. And of course, I did forget to make some well done steaks, but that is okay. Because we shouldn't need him too much. I know exactly where Basarios should be. The question is, will he be there? Now, since it does say Basarios Invisible Terror, I'm guessing he actually moves around the map this time. Because I do remember, there was a couple of times where he, like, flew over here to area... I don't remember what the areas are. What area am I going to? Area 8? I think this is... No, Area 6. Yeah, I think I remember him showing up in Area 6 one time. Oh, and also I did want to bring it up, I actually am streaming now, so if you're a returning viewer to the channel and you're just kind of waiting for the main videos to upload, I am streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Apparently the bitrate compression is horrible on YouTube, so if you're willing to, it probably would be better to watch on Twitch, but that is completely up to you. A lot of people do hang around on YouTube just because, for a lot of people YouTube is better. But I'm only bringing it up because I do want the best quality experience for people possible. But of course I will still keep streaming on both platforms. Although, I don't know if the Basarios is going to be in his normal area. I still want to check that because I'm hoping this will be as simple as go to the Basarios, kick his butt, and get it done over with. In which case, I guess the only point of this quest would be that, oh, it throws you in a random location besides the camp. Oh, how spooky. And yeah, if that's really all that changed, it's like, okay, yeah, but what's the point? Alright, so, I was actually about to hit that rock. So I was turning around and I was going to be like, alright, so that should be the Basarios right there, but seems like he got a mind of his own and decided to get up for me. So yeah, that saved me a bit of time. As far as soloing Basarios goes, it should be pretty... What the fuck? Okay, I guess there's explosive rocks here now. That's new. Unless it was there before and somehow he just never managed to hit them. But all you want to do is just try to hit his chest. And once you hit his chest enough times, it'll expose his weak point. And once you expose his weak point, you just keep attacking the same spot. Serious, my dude. And if you don't want to like, oh my god, and if you don't want to have your camera all up in his, tail area, a really easy way to try to see whenever you actually hit his chest is, oh good, there's the camp. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of supplies. But a good way to see if you actually hit the chest without, or broke the chest without him, taking up your entire screen, is he'll do this little body wiggle. And I'm sure you'll see it in just a moment here. But yeah, it's a really good indicator to see if you've actually managed to break the chest piece for Basarios. Same with Gravios as well. Of course, with Gravios, it's both a lot easier and a lot harder at the same time to hit it because he's a giant target, but he also is a giant hitbox because of that. Generally, though, you'll want to have like a piercing weapon when you're fighting somebody like Basarios or Gravios. And why did I not? Is this him? This might be him. Something you can do though is you can try to bait out the tail attack. So if you're if he like keeps charging and then you're like a little distance away, you can like try to go with his charge and then bait out the tail attack. Although it can be pretty difficult because it's not a real predictable. Generally, it's just best to avoid the tail area because it can cause trouble. Something I do think is funny is sometimes you can get the monster stuck on a rock here or something, and it'll give you some free breathing room until at least the Vesper respawn. So if you can find a big enough piece of geometry to put between you and the monster, it can really help with like cheesing out, being able to, you know, sharpen your weapon and use rations and stuff like that. Just keep in mind, though, that you could get the monster clipped out of bounds, or you just get stuck there, then you have a hard time fighting him afterwards. So yeah, use your chi strats carefully. Now that I think about it, I think I knew why the charge actually takes so long for the Basarios and the Gravios. I think the main reason, even though they are pretty late in the game in terms of, like, you know, how many monsters you have to kill to even get to them, I think the main reason is because they want you to actually get enough time to be able to roll out the way, because with how long it takes them to do that roll, that's like just enough time to roll sideways like at least 1 or 2 times, and that can get you out of harm's way potentially. So I guess it's I guess maybe they noticed the instant charge problem that Rathalos had and stuff like that, and they just wanted to fix it with this model of monster. But that's just running through so far. That tail attack right there is an absolutely menacing, dangerous attack because I think it's 4 hits actually. So, I guess treat it like a 4-hit attack, and I think you should be okay, although I could be wrong. I really wish there was an easier way to bait out attacks with Basarios, though, because it's kind of difficult to get him to, just not go up, like, right against the wall and make it difficult for you to, like, get up to him. So when he does something like charge into a wall, and then you gotta, like, try to worry about that tail attack, it does make it difficult to deal with him. Now, of course, I will be using my own advice from my guide and just kind of doing draw attacks because they are kind of damaging. They are pretty damaging and pretty safe to do. I will say, for the sake of, you know, just putting it out there, it's mostly meant for comedy's sake. It's meant to be mostly meant to be like a fun little video to, I guess, parody what it means to be a great sword main in old gen. Because in old gen, it really was just like, oh, you know, get the draw attack armor set bonus and, you know, only do draw attacks, and that's all I can do. I really use all the attacks myself just because I get bored if I don't have variety in my gameplay. If all I ever did was draw attacks, then it'd be pretty boring. Actually, I didn't mean to come here with the greatsword. I was trying to get the spiked spear, but I forgot to. So I just got the I side-eyed roll with it. Also, I believe Basarios is resistant to fire damage, although I could be wrong. So that's certainly not helping my case, but at the very least, I should be doing just basic raw damage of like 624. It's like fighting with a better Vile Serpent Blade, because they do the same amount of damage, but the Fire Greatsword has elemental damage on top of it. Now, I am surprised the hitbox doesn't extend to his wings, though. That is something that surprised me, because I actually should have been hit by that, but I just kind of got pushed out the way. So, hey, I mean, it is what it is, but yeah, Gen 1 hitboxes were not the best. It's pretty wacky, pretty weird. Now think about it, I don't know if when he de-aggroes and goes on the ground, that's like considered him sleeping, and he's just like healing when he does that. But hopefully he isn't healing. I'm actually getting a little worried at how long this is taking because, my goodness, this guy's a tank. Holy cow. Although I am out of rations. I was expecting this to be like a 10 or 15 minute quest, and then I run over to Iodrome, but I guess I won't be doing Iodrome today. Although I believe this one is Basarios, and I'm going to attack it. No. In that case, this one is Basarios, and I'm going to bait it out. Come on, wiggle for me. No wiggle. Okay, attack it. Yeah. So yeah, just gotta be careful you don't get hit by the wiggle. Not the wiggle, you know, him coming out the ground. I do think it's kind of unfair that Basarios can, you know, do a roar and another roar, and then the best way can hit you. That does seem pretty unfair. And that's what I was saying about old gen. It seems like they have some artificial difficulty in that regards, where it's like, oh, you can get stunned by a roar, but then before you can even recover, they can do an attack on you. Well, on the flip side, you know, it's like, oh, well, if you got this, you know, roar defense, then, or like earplugs or whatever, then that wouldn't happen. But it's like, yeah, that's not communicated to the player in any effective, reasonable way. You gotta go into a bunch of menus to figure out it even exists, and then Even then, I don't know if it actually tells you. What actually does concern me a little bit is I'm using the Rathalos armor with the Power Charm, and it's like I'm still taking so long to kill him. Block. Oh, I was trying to block the ward, but I wasn't able to. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm already. What I was saying is, I'm already got like this damage bonus. And I'm still doing so little damage to Basarios, or at least I'm taking so long to kill him. I think it really is just like a major elemental resistance. So, yeah, I'm just kind of came in poorly equipped. Wasn't ready to deal with the might of the baby Gravios, little baby. Oh, I'm gonna have to block that. Oh, no, he's just doing the vibration thing. I think that's funny. I think that's meant to be like a taunt or something, but still, it's funny, because he actually just vibrates like foam. Alright, so I think Basarios should be getting pretty low now. I'm gonna try to just get this done and over with. It is taking way longer than I thought it would. Although something I didn't consider is this is multiplayer Basarios, and if there's one thing I know about multiplayer monsters, it's that they are scaled way proportionally towards like having an actual party. So if you go fight like multiplayer monsters alone, it can take, I feel like, double the amount of time I normally would to kill them. Like even the young Kutku was pretty miserable to fight because of how long it took to kill it. Although if you can't manage to block a roar with a greatsword, it can lead to you getting some free damage in. Because sometimes with some attacks, the greatsword just like blocks and instantly goes back to neutral, and if that happens, well, yeah, free damage. Because the monster will still be in its forming animation. So I guess there are some broken mechanics that are skewed towards the player's favor as well. But you know, it is what it is. You just gotta take advantage of what you can, and hopefully nothing crazy happens. I'm really surprised at how much trouble this baby boy is getting me, because I remember Basarios being like super easy. But then again, maybe I haven't fought him alone. I don't think I ever have fought this guy alone in multiplayer before, so. It is a little difficult, I will say. I can now see why this guy's a later game enemy, but I really think it's mostly just because I'm hitting him so many times and he's not dying, even though I'm attacking his weak point. So, yeah, you just gotta keep hammering at it. I think persistence will really be the better part of, like, paying it off. And, of course, not getting hit by his attacks is a nice start as well. Although I am surprised the Vespoid's attacking Basarios. Unless he was trying to attack me and the delay was that bad. Of course, you gotta be careful with the Vespoid because they can paralyze you, and if they paralyze you, you can get hit by one of Basarios' charge attacks. And obviously, that'll do a lot of damage. Now that I think about it, I'm down to my last heal. I actually should remember to stock up on potions and mega potions next time. I think a lot of the reasons why I normally do just do a draw attack, hit and run tactics with the greatsword is because it's less about it doing more damage for me. It's just, you get so little time for openings when it comes to larger monsters usually. That's why. I just kind of do the draw attack and have enough time to get in, get out. And then if I take too long to get out, stuff like that'll happen where I'll get chipped by his tail, and then it's like, yeah, it makes it a lot harder for me. So that's like the main reason why I do a lot of draw attacks. It's because it's really hard to like actually get the time to get in there and do more than one attack because of how little downtime the monsters have between their attacks and how hard it can be to knock some of them over as well. So I was trying to get out the way, but because I was stuck against the wall, I actually got hit by his poison attack. So I actually might die again. Man, imagine if I triple cart to freaking Basarios, but I'm going to try to get over here, put the wall between me and him, and I'm going to use a potion, an antidote real quick. I'm actually out of potions, so I'm going to run back to camp and rest. But before I do that, I want to make sure I tag Basarios with a pink ball, so in case he leaves. Shoot, I actually might fell against a low-ranked Basarios. To be fair, it seems like he's got a lot of health, or I'm guessing it's like where the Rathalos, where it's like, I keep, actually trying, like, coming back to camp, and then every time he goes to rest, like, he'd be aggro. It's like now, he's probably healing as we speak, and he's probably healing a significant amount of health, like with the Rathalos, and I should have just grabbed a spike spear and more healing, and just kind of kept hammering away at him. Because I'm pretty sure he is resistant to fire weapons. So yeah, that is on me. I'm kind of like trying to stick it out now, but either I'm going to lose and the quest will time out, or I won't lose, and, you know, it'll be an embarrassing, sloppy, messy win, but it'll be a win nonetheless. But either way, yeah, definitely not what I expect from a Monster Hunter Pro, such as myself. Although I do need Sharpen. I actually forgot to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and get that out the way. I'm pretty sure I'm staring right at Basarios, so I'm going to go nail him down. And before I do that, no, just ignore the Vespoid. Oh my god, they are so annoying. I actually hate Vespoid. I think the world would be better off without them. It's like the mosquitoes. Instead of eradicating mosquitoes, eradicate the Vespoid. They're so much worse. I hope they're not in Wilds, because I know they were in Worlds. I really hope they're not in Wilds. I would be so happy if they just never existed again. Needless to say, Vespoid trigger me very much. And that is why. Just annoying. I wonder how many hits of health I actually do them whenever I hit that weak spot. I'm hoping it's no more than like 3 or 4 at most. Oh, I got hit by that. Just be mindful of bouncing, and of course, whenever you're right beside the wall, keep in mind your camera breaks. So, yeah, that does tend to get in the way. And the Vespoid aren't helping. Looks like I only got 10 minutes left. That is unfortunate. I'm going to call it after this quest anyways, because I did not expect it to take this long, and I still got to edit this down, and then I got to stream. But as is, it's just really sucks that I'm having so much trouble against Basarios of all monsters, but yeah, I'm guessing I was just sorely underprepared. I should have brought more healing, should have brought a better weapon, that sort of thing. Because I do have, like, attack up and stuff, but I just didn't properly prepare. And the Vespoid are not helping. I'm actually really low on health. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and run back to camp one more time, but if I don't kill Basarios after this run around, I'm just gonna abandon quest and not give up all my items because, yeah. So again, you know, I'm not saying, oh, it's the game's fault or anything for that part. It was definitely on me. I don't remember, but I actually think Basarios is, like, super resistant to fire damage. And even on top of that, you know, I just didn't prepare properly. So it really is a prime example of just, you know, sucks to suck. Madka's bad. And Madka is, you know, bad. But, yeah, it's times like this, you gotta take your losses on the chin and move on. But yeah, I'll give it one more go around. Also, I am getting sloppy with my attacks, and I keep getting hit by Basarios' moves. And the Vespoid are triggering me, and as you know, the more upset you get, the harder it is for you to play effectively. And I should be leaving the Vespoid alone, but they keep triggering me, and then I keep trying to kill them. It's a whole mess. So, bad hunts, but I'll try to learn from my mistakes and move on. I'm still hopeful I can squeak out the win, but I probably won't be able to. So, I'm actually getting stun-locked and pinned against the wall. It is unfortunate, but I'm gonna have to win. Okay, thankfully I got that. Ah, man. Yeah, so I got hit like 5 times by Basarios because the Basarios was hitting me, and then I was getting up, and the Vespoid hit me as Basarios was preparing another attack. It's not a good idea to get stuck up against the wall, because that's a quick way to die. Alright, I think I'm going to call it. I'm down to like 1 attack away from dying, and yeah, I just didn't prepare properly. I didn't realize it would be that difficult to kill Basarios, and I got overconfident. And when it comes to Monster Hunter, yeah, you gotta be careful of that. I really didn't expect him to have this much health, but I think it is just that whenever he goes back into the ground, that's effectively him sleeping. So every time I go back to heal, he heals like a disproportionate amount more than I do. So, yeah, I was probably gonna time out either way, but I should have brought more healing, and I should have brought a better weapon. Alright, I'm going to call it here. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like on it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more Monster Hunter content from me. And leave a comment down below if you have any tips for me on, you know, not sucking at fighting Basarios solo. That said, if you want to join these hunts with me, I do have a Discord, linked in the description below. And if you want to support the future of the channel, check out my Patreon as well, linked in the description below. That way, I can finally beat up a baby rock. Bye now.